My glorious anthem, King Sasuke is alive! Boruto chapter 84 spoilers.
So we finally have the spoilers for Boruto
Yo,
chapter 84, and let's just say that what we predicted pretty much came to fruition in this chapter. So we have Boruto using Flying Thunder God, which is Minato's technique. We also have the 10 tails evolving into multiple enemies, not just one. And it's finally revealed that Sasuke is in fact sealed as a tree. So this chapter revealed a lot, and we're going to address it one by one. So the chapter is titled Awakening, which I would say is very fitting for this chapter. So it says here that Boruto is still in front of Kawaki at the beginning of chapter 4, but the frog tells Boruto he needs to hurry up. So Boruto using Flying Thunder God technique to travel to where the 10 tails is, but the 10 tails has suddenly disappeared.
What?
Now we have to remember that the 10 tails was there in the prior chapter, so all of this happened in a matter of seconds. I think the 10 tails probably noticed the toads and figured that Boruto was gonna come there, so it basically sped up its evolution per se.
Sped up its
By the way,
evolution?
it does show Boruto using Flying Thunder God, which I predicted, and it also explains how Boruto was able to teleport behind Code in the prior chapter.
That's so cool,
now, it then says that a new enemy has emerged. Code is confused, thinking it's a bug, but no, Boruto says this is a god tree or sacred tree. So it does show this figure that does look like...
Who the fuck is this little nigga right here? What the hell is that?
Bug in some sense, and this actually reveals something else that we're gonna address when we get to that point. So it then says that the new enemy engages Boruto and pushes him against the wall. Boruto uses lightning release to create distance, but it's futile. The enemy goes after the kill, but Boruto escapes using Flying Thunder God. Now I'm gonna refrain from showing the actual spoiler panels too much because, as you guys know, copyright, so we have to be very careful. But here's a sneak peek at what happened. So basically Boruto is using lightning release and it basically tanked it to some degree. Now it then says that Boruto senses a new chakra and turns around to look at the sky and finds another enemy. The divine tree has evolved with the help of Code. Now this one does look like Ishiki to some degree, but you know, we're gonna get to that soon.
So the Tenta has like many
two
forms.
more enemies are introduced. The Boruto is especially wary of the person in the hood. So it shows this female one and then it shows another one in the hood itself.
So these are like the 10 tails like sperm cells.
It says, meanwhile back at the Akage office, Kawaki and Sarada get into a back and forth argument about Boruto. And Sarada says that she won't let Kawaki control Konoha. Sarada says that we must help Boruto take down Code, and then it reveals the 4 new enemies. But then we get back into the fight itself, and it says Boruto tries to go in for a sneak attack, but it fails. The enemy then uses lightning release, but Boruto negates it using his new Rasengan technique. Boruto is cornered by the 4.
So Boruto is getting jumped by 4 new niggas, and it looks like he's holding his own, but not able to overwhelm them.
4 enemies. So what I wanted to point out is that all of these...
Wait, first, let's analyze this, okay? Who the hell, like, can we see the nigga face on the left? We can't even see the nigga. This nigga looks like he just on some, I don't even know. Nah, the nigga, the girl, she looks alright, she looks pretty cool. But the nigga, the right, what the fuck is that? It looks like a fucking disease.
Enemies, they look like prior characters. Now the one without the hood looks like Jigen or Ishiki to some degree. I don't know how it got that information, but it seems like the 10 tails, once it absorbs somebody, they're able to take on the look of that person to some degree, and maybe even the abilities. Because the other short one reminded Code of Bug, because there's some resemblance there. And then we have the one with the hood that looks like Sasuke. So if you put them side by side, you can definitely see the resemblance.
Wait! That doesn't like Sasuke! Yo, I think the tree is like doing something to Sasuke, right? I'm not really sure he didn't get into it yet, but I think the tree is doing something to Sasuke. And it's I don't know, but it looks like he has like a Renegon or some. Yo, no fucking way.
With Boruto being wary of that specific one. So the story itself is implying that Boruto recognizes that one as being similar to Sasuke.
Wait, what if Sasuke isn't, like, he's not dead right now, right? Obviously he's not dead, we see him, right? We saw him in the beginning of the video. But what if he's in the tree, right? And the tree is sucking the light force out of him, and it's just ticking, and Boruto has to save him.
So this isn't really like just speculation. I think the story is directly implying this here. But then it says that Boruto gets trapped in one of the enemy's attacks and asks Code for help, which is very weird. Why would Code help Boruto? Then it says that Boruto escapes, leaving Boruto to fight the new enemies. Honestly, Boruto shouldn't have trusted Code. So this is basically Abdul here, like saying the same thing I said. Boruto shouldn't have trusted Code so easily.
So Code brought Boruto to this place, and now Code just dipped on Boruto, leaving him to get jumped by 4 new niggas. fucking code, bruh.
Then it says that the frog tells Boruto to escape immediately. Now, what I do find interesting is that it seems like these like evolved Ten-Tails, like basically this is just the one Ten-Tail split into 4 different entities. It seems that they have the ability to modify their body parts, which is very similar to Kawaki's ability. Now, it could also be Code's ability, because though Code can't really modify his body into something else, he's able to like enlarge and like shorten his like claws and all that jazz. So maybe it's from Code and just an evolved version of this
this chapter's gonna be lit when it comes out.
But what I do want to point out is that these like clones or like separated versions of the Ten-Tails seem to be very relative to Boruto in strength and speed.
That man
as I
is
pointed out
making
in the
Boruto
prior
struggle.
chapter, even though Boruto is...
Wait, so if Boruto just folded Code, right? And Boruto is getting, you know, they're on par. These 4 new niggas are on par with Boruto right now. Code is weaker than these niggas.
Seems like he's very strong. Like most of his feats against Code were like technique wise, like using hack stability. So that doesn't seem to be working here against these guys. Of course, Boruto is fighting 4 individuals, so it's not technically fair.
Hey,
so
he's
technically at a disadvantage. Oh, and one more thing, it seems like these guys possess the Renegon. So every single one of them has a Renegon embedded in their eyes or at some place in their body.
Yo,
so
this
that's one thing
gonna be
to point
lit.
out. So then Abdul gives like a rough translation of what one of the clone says. It seemed like this one is the leader for all of them. So it says here that it says, our ego has awakened, and our overflowing curiosity and thirst for knowledge has surpassed our instincts to eat you for now.
What?
Wherever you run, wherever you are in the world, you can never escape your destiny.
Bro just
now,
yapped.
of course, this is going to be this villain's undoing. Never let the protagonist escape, bro. He's gonna come back and you're gonna die. So of course that's what's gonna happen. But this has to progress, so that's basically his villain monologue for now. But this does signify that the Ten-Tails has evolved in its mental capacities as well, which was predicted in the prior 2 chapters. So that's exactly what happens, and this is mostly due to Code's influence. So then it says that Boruto escapes the hideout, and guess who arrives? Kashin Koji. So
what
of course,
the fuck? I thought this thing got deleted by Ishiki like fucking 20 chapters ago, dog. He's still alive, dog.
Flying Thunder God, he wasn't really in any danger of being trapped because he has that technique. So
he just teleported out of there.
So it shows Boruto is leaning up against a giant tree, and then Kashin Koji walks up behind him. And that's when you get the final page of the chapter, and it reveals that Sasuke has been turned into a tree. Boruto then...
Why? How is... Yo, Sasuke... My nigga Sasuke really is a tree, but I'm happy that he's alive. He's not dead, okay? But like I said in my theory before, he's probably getting sucked up by this tree, which is taking his life day by day, and Boruto has to free him from this, and then he'll be good. But will Boruto do that? I don't know, but that's just my theory on that though.
And says, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait a little while longer, Uncle Sasuke. And that's where the chapter ends. Now, one thing